very unique filmmaker. He's incredibly ambitious with his concepts, but he's got a really terrific track record of pulling off some of these very, very intricately woven narratives and making them emotionally accessible to audiences. And I think this is really a hybrid of everything he's learned with Memento and Insomnia, combined with the great spectacle of films like The Dark Knight. And this is his Fellini's 8.5. There's not many situations in this film where we weren't really immersed in the environment. We did entire scenes that were tilted on hydraulics. We talked about Joseph Gordon-Levitt doing a film that was in the full 360-degree rotation. We were on the Paris streets while it was exploding around us. There were real avalanches. He really immerses everyone in the environment that he wants to put up on film, for real. Hans Zimmer is such an unbelievable asset to this movie. He really is. I mean, the tone, you feel this impending, not necessarily doom, but that something is happening that you can't quite put your finger on. And he accomplishes that with the score in this film, and I just think he's a genius.
Man, Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors I've ever had the chance to work with. And even though it's in the midst of this monumental, spectacular production, he always maintains an air of genuine and organic artistry. He always prioritizes the honest emotion of what the actors are feeling in the scene. And I think that's why his movies don't feel like huge summer, products. They feel like genuine stories. When I read the script and saw, what it was about, that there was something to really think about, as well as something to really feel, a heartfelt story about human beings amidst these crazy, spectacular action sequences where I'm getting to defy gravity and fight on the ceiling. I don't know what more you can really ask for.
I can't say enough about Chris. I mean, working with him is so rewarding because despite the fact that it's a huge movie and the scale of the day or the stunt or whatever's going on, he's so incredibly relaxed, and ultimately his priority is honesty and finding honesty in every moment. And for me, that's why I adore his films endlessly, and getting to be involved as an actor in a film where you're working with a director who's like that and you feel that passion, it's kind of indescribable. I think it's needless to say that Hans Zimmer is pretty incredible, and the music in this film is like a character unto itself, and the vibration that it gives and the energy that it brings, I think, is just incredible.
Well, I'd say it's an action film. It's a heist movie, but set in the world of dreams, and with a technology whereby people could share dreams. And in sharing dreams, the abuse of their technologies, you can crack into somebody's subconscious, you can break into their mind and steal secrets from them. Leonardo DiCaprio plays a character called an extractor who's adept at sneaking into somebody's brain, basically. And so all of the action of the film, all of the sort of grand scale, summer movie, blockbuster stuff that goes on, it's all happening in this slightly unusual world.
It was amazing to make a film like this. I've never been on a film this big, and yet at the same time such a secure and intimate environment as well, with such brilliant actors and a brilliant director. It's a dream come true.
I was pretty sure I understood it, but I didn't understand how they're going to pull it off. I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. And then when I saw the first, print of it that I saw, it blew my mind. I couldn't believe how good it was. And they just make the best stuff. It just sounds exactly like it should. Even in the first trailers, the music that was cut to that was very tense, and it's a very tense film, but he kind of nails it,
I knew that, someone with the skill of Chris could pull it off and make it exceed how it appeared on the page.
He has a good power to lead a huge projection, people, 100 people more, and they go around 6 countries.
Everything was new for me. It was to start with the script. When I read it, it was something that I had never read before. It's totally original. It really comes from Christopher Nolan's brain, which is his imagination is like no one else.
Chris and I think we've clicked in a rather good way. We have a very similar aesthetic. We like things very similarly. So we don't have to talk about the nuts and bolts of things. We can just talk about ideas. And one of the ideas for me was, I wanted to concentrate on the emotional core of this. And the other thing, suddenly in the middle of the night, and I'm sitting there, I'm writing this little tune, I'm going, whoa, this would sound really good if Johnny Marr played it. So I phoned him up, and okay.
Sounded like a good idea.
Chris and I were talking about, so we make these movies for the people out there. And then what happens is we have these premieres, which are very nice and everything, but it's very narrow, it's very small. So we thought, if we do something, if we do a performance of some sort, which we live stream, so everybody who wants to can be, we're inviting everybody to come and be at our party. We're inviting everybody to come and be, see Johnny do his thing, and I think that's the spirit of the movie as well. We want to be inclusive. Dreams are inclusive somehow. Even though it's about dreams and we're starting pretty late, 11 o'clock our time, don't go to sleep. We're going to go and do something that might make your dreams a little better tonight.